Among teenagers, we spend on average 9.5 hours a day consuming some sort of media, while about 3.5 hours of that is on social media platforms. According to a Forbes article on the way that social media affects our mental health, the platforms promote pictures that lead to jealousy, addictive concepts, comparing followers, triggers that lead to unwanted emotions, and the lack of in person communication skills. It's hard to draw the line on how much social media is too much, considering everyone uses it in different ways. The way that us teens use social media is a lot different than we find our parents using social media. According to a report published by Common Sense Media, the usage of social media among teenagers has drastically increased between 2012 and 2018. 70% of teenagers check social media several times a day compared to only 34% in 2012. Social media is very relevant and is present in today's society because it serves as a major way of communication. Considering how much time we are spending consuming others' lives and social media pages, you can only imagine the damages it might play on our mental health. With rapid increases in the amount of teenagers consuming social media, this is causing an increase in depression, anxiety, and eating disorders. I'm sure you all know what social media is, but in case you don't, first I will talk about it. According to the Oxford Language Dictionary, social media is websites and applications that enable users to create and share content to participate in social networking. In other words, this is a way of sharing ideas, information, and thoughts through other networks. We most commonly use Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, and TikTok. Everyone's social media is only a highlight reel of their lives. We all take a bunch of pictures, yet we all sit there and scroll through and post the ones we look good in. Nobody sees the other side, leaving a person with full control over the image they put out for themselves. Instagram is the most damaging platform to one's mental health, according to Amanda McGillen. In a recent survey of almost 1,500 teenagers, YouTube had the highest marks, with the only one with a positive score, following Twitter, then Facebook, and then Snapchat, and with the close following of Instagram. While these platforms leave room for self-expression and identity, it also opens up room for mental health struggles. Depression and anxiety are one of the most commonly known downsides of social media. With the sparing time you have scrolling through Instagram or Snapchat stories, or your For You page, seeing people you wished you looked like, or events you wish you were invited to, or completely different lives you wish you were living, it takes a toll on the way one looks at their own life. There's a common argument, according to the National Health Line, that social media makes individuals more depressed and lonely, meaning those who are more depressed are more inclined to use social media as a way of reaching out. Jordan Young, a co-author of a new study done at the University of Pennsylvania, concluded that no matter where they start off, if you told them to limit their social media, that they have less symptoms of depression no matter where their initial levels were. The little things about social media often are the things that impact us the most, like the number of likes or interaction a post gets, or the groups of people that are in the pictures. Comparison is one of the biggest parts of social media that we all find ourselves doing but never want to admit. Wishing we looked like someone else on our page, or wishing we lived a life of somebody else. We all use social media so much that not everyone will cut it out of their life, so how do we make it so it's more positively looked at in our society? With quarantine especially, we find our screen time increasing drastically, meaning the amount of time we spend on our phone is way more than usual. Scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, or looking through Snapchat to see what everybody else is up to while you're stuck in the house was a routine for so long that adjusting back to the real world is weird. We are all still finding ourselves drowning our brains and passing the times in our screens. Well, if we were to use that time more beneficial for us, things would be a little bit different. If we were to set a limit on social media to 2 hours a day, it would force us to get out of bed, or maybe even get ready to go on a walk and do something for ourselves. Instead of using TikTok and scrolling to the bottom, we have free time of going out and being something productive, to stop comparing and reminiscing, and grow as a person and be yourself. As there are many things we love about social media, too much of it can be damaging. Social media in today's society especially puts the memo across that you need to be pretty or something special about you to make it anywhere in life. But putting that away and out of your mind allows you to make your own pictures of your life and realize that there's a plan for everyone, and that there's a plan for everyone and more to the world than celebrities or the popular kids at school. I encourage you all to stop living your life in the lens of social media and understand that everybody's page is only a highlight reel of their life and what they want you to see. Thank you.